Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is Even Lease, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me, the brand new MISC Fortune. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, welcome back to another review. Today, the MISC Fortune, the brand new Salvage competitor to the Drake Vulture, which stick till the end of the video because I'll have a comparison sheet showing you the stats between this and the Drake Vulture, and also keep an eye out for another video, maybe a little bit after this one, with a giveaway with an LTI Fortune with game pack. So keep an eye out for that video, and yeah, good luck. Now, getting into this ship here, if you were to buy it on the Pledge store, it is $160 Warbond, so that means cash only. You're only able to spend real money, and then you can buy it for $160. Now, if you use store credit, it's $175. So it's competing with the price already of the Vulture. And yes, I'm going to bring that other ship up quite a bit because you got to wonder what is going to be the ship that you want to go with. And I'm going to go through all the details for the Fortune. Now, this ship here does have quite a few paints, as you saw, and it looked really nice too. I liked a lot of the paints. I think one of my favorite was Windfall. That bronze just looked really good. Now, this ship does have two pilot-controlled weapons giving out 234 damage per second, and those are two size 1 CF-117 Bulldogs. Obviously, they're not really meant to do anything other than maybe deter someone from attacking you, or, help break apart another ship or something if it's already broken and you want to salvage something. That's pretty much all you're going to be doing with those guns. Now, you don't have any missiles. This is not a combat ship. It's an industry ship. It's here for salvaging, and that is what it's going to concentrate on. It has one size 1 salvage arm with a cinch scraper and a ready grip tractor beam. As well, of course, as if you look at the front of the ship, it also has the ability to disintegrate ships or pieces of ships and suck that into the cargo room as well. Now, we'll get into what it can carry here in just a moment, but taking a look at the shield generation of this ship, it does have 3 size 1 shield generators, giving you 5,550 bubble shield, which is actually pretty decent for this style of ship. It allows you to take a few hits before you have to get out of there, and trust me, you're going to want more shield and more health pool with this ship due to its poor speed. Now, you do have 59,500 ship HP, so at least if you lose your shield, you do have something to hold you off just for a little bit longer, but you got to be very wary because it's put into these engine nacelles once again, where if you lose one of these engines, you could potentially have a really big problem. So make sure you don't lose one of those. Don't misplace it and don't get a shot off. Now, talking about that ship speed. This ship has a top SCM speed of 143 SCM with a 350 forward boost and a 150 backwards boost with a top nav speed of 975. This is where MISC tends to fall short, is with their ship speeds. Just like the Star Lancer, it's dreadfully slow, and that is something either you get used to or you don't, and that might be the make or break for you. Now, it also has very poor maneuverability with 32-75 pitch yaw roll. So not only are you not going to be able to outrun anything, your maneuverability is also shot. So you got to be very careful about what situation you put yourself into with this, or at least bring back up. Now, you do have 21 SCU of hydrogen fuel and 1.8 SCU of quantum fuel, so not terrible. Now, taking a look at this ship here on the exterior, I'm going to go ahead and just look at it right here in all its glory. There is not too many changes from the Prospector, but then again, there is. If you look around, you can already see you have a nice salvage head here. You do have your beams or your your disintegration devices here at the front of the ship as well. They look like big old headlights, but they're not, which is pretty interesting. Now, if you make your way to the midship here, you do have the cargo grid for when you are scraping and you hit auto eject on them. They do come out the door here, and they automatically stack onto the grid here for you, so you don't have to, get out and move the boxes around, which is really awesome. Now, I'm going to take this ship out and we're going to salvage something and we're going to test it out and see how it works. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. With this nice drop down ramp compared to the Prospector here, you can even fit a small vehicle on this thing, which would be awesome. So go ahead and close this up. Again, you can open that right there at the bottom. Now, once you bring yourself up here, you'll see you're in like a little cargo room. And I'm going to test if we can put some cargo on this, see if there's a grid. We'll check that out as well. This first room here does have some of your components, including a cooler and your shields. So everything's all nice and stacked away. Pretty neat. Gotta like that. Now, if you make your way to the next room, that's your lift right there. So if you open that, it will bring it down for you. And go ahead and close that again really quick. Now, if you make your way to this next room, there is more, items to look at. It's pretty interesting. The first one is going to be the screen here. This shows you what you can eject. Now you have a 13 SCU total for your internal storage. So that's combined with these two. So 13 SCU of storage is not just 13 over here and 13 over here. It's 13 overall. But all you have to do is go ahead and hit auto eject. It'll highlight like that. And then once you have cargo, printing and everything, you'll be good to go. It'll start just moving the boxes out as you fill that buffer, which is pretty nice. And then once that grid's full, it just fills the buffer and you're good to go. So now you're holding up to 12 SCU of cargo on the grids, and then a 13 SCU cargo, buffer, as well as whatever boxes you decide to fit in here, because I'm sure you can fit quite a few. Now, as you can see, this hallway here is different as well. You have a couple windows looking out. I actually really enjoy that they're starting to add a little bit more windows to ships. I hope they keep doing this, because it's just nice to get a little bit of a view outside once in a while. Pretty nice. Now, even though it's kind of blocked, you can't see too much. Now, moving on into the living area, you do have more components all over the walls, from your jump drive to your gravity generator, which is obviously not in yet. And then behind you, you got your computer, your shield, your bed. And then right under that is your storage. If you press F, you can go ahead and open that up. And let's close that up. Now, right over here is a weapons storage. Now, it's only for smaller weapons. So, like, if I wanted to pull out my handgun, I can put it here. Or if I wanted to place what they kind of tended for you to have is like a tractor beam or a med pen or whatnot, you're good to go. Just go ahead and put that in there and store it away. Pretty nice. Even more components down below: life support, radar, fire extinguisher over here, a little bit of like a food prep area for when that comes into the game, and of course your engineering station with some nice relay area. That's going to be interesting when that starts to work. Now, right here is your nice and small bathroom. You can go ahead and fit in here and go ahead and use the restroom or take a shower when needed. And then you have a very nice sink with no mirror. They decided to opt out in the mirror with the MISC Fortune, which is too bad. I wanted to see what I look like, but not today, I guess. Now, when you make your way into the cockpit, it's your same old Prospector cockpit. It is awesome, has a great view out that window. Go ahead and hop into the pilot seat really quick and you can take a look at the MFDs. Nothing too crazy, but I just love the view. It is fantastic. So let's go ahead and go salvage something really quick and see how that works. All right, I'm just arriving to the beginning salvage claim here, which is just an anvil arrow. I'm just going to show you kind of what it does, how it works, and by doing so, what I'm just going to do is just crack this thing in half and disintegrate it so we can see how that automated storage works out, and then we'll see if the boxes go on the grids. As you can see, the box auto-deployed from the side here and put it on the grid. Now, if I was to have a lot more things to salvage, it would just continue to push boxes out on each side and pushing it onto the grid, allowing you to carry up to 6 SCU on each side of the ship. It's a really awesome ability. The Vulture, you can't do that. You have to constantly get up, get down, get up, get down, move things around. You could technically just keep it in the internal cargo and then kind of do it all at once. But with this allows you to not even worry about it. All right, now that I'm out of an armistice zone, let's grab this box really quick and see if there is a grid over here on the pad. Let's see. Oh, I didn't do that correct. Let's not bring it around that side, I guess. Let's go to the side that actually has a little bit more access, and there is a cargo grid here. How many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could probably stack it. Scrap that. I don't think you're fitting more than one stack. It's not going to stack. It's not tall enough. Anyways, my score. Let's get to that. This ship is a great competitor to the Vulture. The biggest difference is the ship speeds, and then the Vulture has 2 scraping beams, allowing you to scrape a lot quicker, and it just allows you to probably get a job done sooner, especially if you're targeting something much bigger. This only has 1 scraping beam, but it does have the automation process, so there's kind of a toss-up. What do you want? A little bit easier, time just having to scrape and not having to worry about moving boxes, or having a little bit more speed scraping your ship and then going from there. There's a lot to it, right? So it just depends on what you're looking for. That and the view out of the front of the MISC here is just beautiful. Honestly, my score with this ship is an 8 out of 10, and that's because the speed and the maneuverability are just garbage. But otherwise, this ship is fantastic, an amazing competitor to the Drake Vulture. Let me know, do you plan on buying this ship, or are you sticking with the Vulture? Or are you going to give this ship a try maybe some other day? Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.